Hello and welcome to our weekly update. It's actually been 2 weeks since our last update. Today is October the 1st, and what we're going to start with is we're going to show you the result of our last our last video. And this is, if you remember, this is our carbon fiber. It's sat in our PVA mold. This is exactly what we were looking for. It also sat in the vacuum chamber. If you notice over here, there's an imperfection here on this edge here, and that is not due to a bubble forming. That is because the mold wasn't properly cleaned before we put that piece in. In other news, what we've done last week is we worked on our communication system, and we found potential candidates that will replace our flash memory. The first one is the magnet-resistive random access memory, and the second one is the ferroelectric random access memory. Both of those, including the flash memory, they use the SPI interface, which is perfect in case if we want to switch them anytime, right? So despite all the advantages that the magnet-resistive and the ferroelectric random access memory could have, which is the read and write and erase are very quick, we're still sticking with the flash. The reason for that is because at the time being, at the required operating temperature, the flash is the size of the memory is at 8 megabytes, while the others are of a smaller size in memory. So simply the flash is a larger size, so we're going to stay with that. If we're at any case the magnet-resistive or the ferroelectric random access memory becomes a higher amount of memory, we will switch that, even if it happens 1 month before our launch, we'll be able to switch because it's still using the same interface as the flash. So another development is we were at the state of Hawaii, and we were looking for potential spots for our ground station, and we did find some spots. Lastly, and more importantly, we've made a crucial experiment, which is going towards our lunar mission, and it is our dream to have a self-sustaining lunar base, and we now know how to have that, how to make that happen with the help of 3D printers. We found that we could print any metal part on the lunar surface, and we call it direct metal evaporation and condensation method. What we did is we didn't take the 3D printer and put it into a vacuum chamber. We've simulated the extruder, right? We've simulated that in the vacuum chamber, and this is the result. What we did is we applied 2 layers of silver on this graphite. Each layer takes about 15 minutes to apply, and the thickness is 1 micron. So our next step is to experiment with other metals. Instead of using silver, titanium, and iron, we will be switching to tin because it has a lower melting point, and it will be easier for us to experiment with it. And our end goal is to find the smallest printing point. That is our goal for that. And lastly, I would like to say that we still have our competition. Money is awaiting for those who could break our encryption. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you in a week, and at most maybe 2 weeks.